Good evening, people, and welcome to another Lookout video. Ivan and I are happy to announce our special guest for this video session. Say hi, everybody, to Hugo Platret, who won 13th place, being top 16 at last week's Cardmarket Online Series Invitational Finals. Hugo, thank you for joining, and congratulations on the
Hello,
win.
thank you.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about yourself, a bit about your initial experience on the tournament.
Yeah. So Cat Market Series was a very good tournament because in France we don't have occasion to play versus European players, and thanks to COVID-19, it's done. So it was really nice, and it's so much good players in this tournament, and I was really happy to deal certain place with my deck, which I created, and that's it. It was very cool and fun.
Yeah, and before we definitely get in depth into the deck list, which looks extremely interesting, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Car Market, with a very short reel. Thank you.
Cardmarket is Europe's largest platform for all TCGs. Always find the right cards by buying and selling them across Europe with other players and collectors. Be it singles, boosters, booster boxes, or any other accessories, you name it. Cardmarket is the place to get them safely, securely, and readily available.
Okay, so now when we look a bit into the list, first thing
Mhm.
first, that it's quite interesting. It's a red blue Soul Striker
Yeah.
version. So why did you choose specifically the multicolor engine? I mean the Arrival engine
Yes.
from the red blue colors.
I'm a big fan of the mix between blue and red. In BT4, I remember I played Iridogan red blue. I don't know if you remember. It
Yeah.
was
I,
a
I remember I
great
played
deck.
it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a bit. It was an idea for me to put blue-red in this deck. And why Starter Coup? Because it's a great leader that deals. Uh, you have Self Awaken, you have a great draw power, and you have Energy Strike Back. So it's very good. It's a bit. It's a very how to say. It's very. It's a great package, just with the leader. The effect to awaken at 3 energy when you have a unison is very good because you have a lot of draw power. And the idea for red blue is in mono blue you don't have to deal you don't have something to deal with the enemy board, and with the arrival of Cooler and Majin Buu, you can deal with Silver Bullet because Cooler ignore barrier, and you can deal with great creature like Gotenks. You can kill his Gotenks just with 3 arrival, and the super combo is really cool because you untap 1 bicolor energy. So it's very good package, and you can definitely play Topo, which is very good in this deck, and that's it.
How did you play against green? Because I know blue struggles against green because Gotex
Yeah,
has deflect, and I know you say that you can in I don't know, like
yes.
a crackback or something like that, you can kill the Gotex, but there still is the issue of the deflect cards coming into play.
Versus Gotenks, I just play the card advantage. I can easily deal with his card advantage. The only problem I have is when he's starting and I'm second. He's turn 5. If he do Ciarzino, it's a bit complicated. But I have Topo, Gohan, so he has Replica, so it's a bit difficult for him to deal lots of attacks. And I just play with my ape and lots of draw power of my unison to deal with this, and I finish with uh, full at 10 through Dead in Mystery.
And
It's really good against him.
Can you explain the two unexpected turns and the one in the
Yeah.
side? What were you afraid of?
I'm really afraid of Brody Bear Red.
Hmm.
Uh, these two cards was Javelot from DV3. A counter, you pay 2 and you throw back in head a card cost of 5 or less.
Hmm.
But I change it for unexpected turn because I think it's really good in the meta. You have lots of decks that put lots of boards, and this is basically a best counter play than Trunks because it's in the drop area instead of his end, and you kill lots of things. For example, when I played against Dark Broly, it was very cool because if he played a new Dark Broly, uh, I can counter play and kill all your one drop Broly or Toa or something else. And against Broly Beer, it's cool because I can deal 2/6 drop in one turn
Uh, okay, two six
and
drop
kill the blocker.
yeah. But in which when does it come into play? So he has to have two ba. He has to have another two drop,
Yeah.
and then you can actually do whatever you want on what his first swap or when exactly.
Um, it's I think it's the best turn if you are second. He played turn one. He made the Broly PR, play the bar, swap with the 3, play the Paragus. So he has a 3 drop, a 2 drop, and a 1 drop. If you're second, so you put on a blue energy. If you have unexpected turn in hand, and if it's your turn, if you swap 4 before doing anything else, or if you put another Broly beer like everyone do, 2 chain is very good in the deck. You can kill all his board because he has 3 drop 2 with another bar. And you can kill the 4 drop is coming, the 2 bar, and the Paragus. It's with this deck you need to breathe a little, like having the SC Return 3 deals a lot of time, and you need time to kill him turn 4 or 5 with your great cards like Obuni and the ape at 5 cost ape and some stuff like this.
And the barrier hope was, I suppose, against Invoker
Invoker or Bulma, you can deal
or
with
Bulma.
Bulma. Yeah, and lots of matchups which is really long matchups. You play lots of turns. It can be just for 3 draw 2, and
Yes,
with your leader it's for 1 draw 2.
yeah, it's actually one because Deliria it
And it's
actually
a combo. It's
mitigates.
not an extra dead. It's a combo 5k, so it's really good.
And
Yeah.
did you play against Broly? What were your matchups?
In the tournaments, I played the first round against Sébastien Belon, which is the third in the place,
Hmm.
with Gohan Reboot. I think it's my second most difficult matchup because I just need to have counter in my hand, and if I don't have counter, I just lost. I think it's the same in all decks. I just won the first game because I realized to cycle my topo with my Majin Buu and lots of counter because Majin Buu can return me my topo in my hand. In the second game, I just lost turn 2, so it was a tie. Then I played the Shinshen one. Shinshen one is an easy matchup because I just have to play full Shrouded in Mystery, and it's difficult for him to deal against -5 on my unison, which give me double strike to my leader, and full Shrouded in Mystery. He has no blocker and nothing. Then Broly Bear, I lost 2-0. Unexpected turn didn't work, didn't have in my hand. Then I played against the same deck as me, the second deck Red Blue Startoku. It's a friend of me, so he just dropped at this moment, so I won. Then I played a Dark Broly. I told you before, Unexpected Turn was very cool against Dark Broly, and I just arrived to card advantage against him, and he can do nothing against me, I think, because I have too much defense and too much offense at the same time. Because which is interesting in my deck, it's because when you play Topo, it's defense. You defense a turn. You play Gohan, it's the same. When you defense with your unison to decrease the power of a creature, you play a new creature, and at the end of the turn you have like 4 or 5 creature, which is lots of attacks. And
Hmm.
finally, this is cat advantage because he has to deal with this, and he has not the same defense as you.
Three
And
being were, I suppose, for defensive options mostly, not for offensive. And
yeah,
how did you actually battle the people who were interacting with your Topo? Because Topo is great game one when nobody
Yep.
has any outs, but game two, he's really a liability sometimes.
Yeah.
um,
For example, green has the Dodoria,
yes,
and etc. etc.
um, that's why I have Gohan in my deck, because Gohan it take less more, it take nothing. Topo takes a lot of things because it costs 2, and lots of counterplay deal with Topo. But Gohan, there's not much cards that deal with Gohan. It doesn't work on Kotsukai, and it costs of 3. So it's very interesting. I don't play Topo a lot. Topo is my choice when I have it in my hand. I like to do Topo, discard Ape, and the turn after 2 energy Ape, resending the 2 with my leader.
Hmm.
Uh, I try to play Topo less when he sides cards, but sometimes I'm forced to play it, and it's if he has an answer, I still have Magic Dimension to untap. I still have a revolve with my super combo, so I think it's fine.
And how many times have you played the Murichim? You cited in, you just throw out your boonies and you just put
Yeah,
Murichim, I
in green
suppose.
matchups, I just throw Boni, yeah, and put Morichim,
The thing that
and it's
I'm
too
sorry,
strong.
the thing that's not talked about. We see your side, and we particularly know now from our conversation what comes for some certain matchup. But what do you put out? That's actually a really important question because
Hmm.
not a lot of people actually say. So against green, you put out your boonies and put in the Murichim.
Yeah,
Against the Broly BR, what did you put out to put the I don't know the third unexpected turn or something like that?
Fush Shrouded is useless because you don't go to 6 energy. It's and I usually um, put Obuni because turn 4 is difficult against Broly Bear. Or maybe Gohan. Gohan is late, 3 energy, it's a lot.
Hmm.
So I try to take cards that are uh, just not covenant with the matchup. And for example, here Fush Wooded and cost 4 because you don't go turn 4. Yes, that's it.
And how many times
Maybe.
did you? Yeah, I'm
What?
sorry. Continue.
No, go on.
How many times did you resolve the baby head check?
Oh, lots of times. Maybe every game it's my finish. It's too strong.
I mean, yeah,
It's really too
it
strong.
is definitely.
Yeah,
I know that I play once against the baby deck, and I managed to swoop the win because he did not draw the head check on time to rely on it on that turn. I simply could just go all in, but since Soul Striker can draw that many cards,
yeah.
it's simply logical to sometimes draw into it. And yeah, what were your, if I'm not mistaken, last 2 rounds? So you went on in
Yeah.
the fourth round against Broly, and other than that,
Last 2 rounds was Dark Broly and Starter Coup Power Rangers. It's another version of Starter Coup with black Power Rangers. It's a bit, it's more aggro than me,
hmm
and I tied the last round. So I finished 3 victory, one lose and two draw. The format was 15 minutes, so the draw is more easily to do because 15 minutes is a bit. You don't have enough time to finish three games.
Yes, and Blue
Yes.
struggles with that.
Yeah,
I
and
would
Blue
agree with
struggles.
you and with everything because, my opinion, we here at our locals, so we were the first ones who actually begun to play best of three online. We
Mhm.
never played a best of one format. And the thing we actually realized that 60 minutes plus time is okay, but even sometimes we actually put like 70 minutes plus time just because the people just had to adapt to the new
Mhm.
environment. So nothing is really different, but then again you have some connectivity issues and something like
Yeah.
that because
Yeah.
you would have to start. And I don't know. So I think that's from an organizational perspective, it's okay that they put like they made sense. It made sense that they should make smaller rounds, but from a player standpoint and from a game
Mhm.
standpoint, nothing was designed to play a best of three
Yeah.
in 60 minutes. So it was supposed to be 70.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were a lot of draw rounds in the end that reflected on the final score, but definitely people based on some experience prefer usually these 10 minutes extra for best of three format. But other than that, you still manage to peak at the top 16, which again, a big congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe just final thoughts. Now that the tournament is over, now that we'll see a new set soon. But until then, would you consider changing anything in the current tech list, or are you
Mhm.
happy with it as it is?
I'm happy as it is, but I'm a bit afraid in this format. This can beat everything except Broly Beer. It's very difficult,
Mhm.
so it can easily manage to go to top cut on the tournament because you're weighing against Gotenks and other matchups. But if it top cuts, you have a Broly Beer. You just lose in elimination. So it's a bit frustrating to have this matchup, which is
Uh,
really really difficult. And I think I
would you
will
play it
change nothing in
in
this
the new
list.
meta? And another question is,
I think that Ivan maybe
Yeah.
froze. Yeah, but I'll follow up on his question.
Okay.
So what would you play in the? Oh, okay. So he's back. Ivan, you froze for a moment, so just
yeah,
repeat the thoughts.
would you continue to play Soul Striker in the future? And how are your locals? Do you play regularly? How many of you are in the locals?
In locals, about 10, I think, regularly. In France, I'm in Lille. It's we managed to do online these times, and I think I will continue to play this leader, but not too. It's a mid-range deck here. I think I will keep trying to do this deck, but much more aggressive with the new cards of the set 12. I think I can do something really good with Janemba and other things.
Mm-hmm.
And in this moment, I'm also trying to playtest Brody Beer because I think it's the best deck in the format actually.
And do you think that it will continue to be the best deck in the format? Because I lost only one Broly matchup while I was playing Blue,
Hmm.
and that was only because I played the Trunks counter attack card. And I lost the match because that's the only time I actually played it with another color. So I think that, I mean, favorably when I'm playing blue, I don't have any panic attacks while playing Broly. But I know that Soul Striker is a bit slower, and he needs to have
Yeah.
his third energy for awakening. So you can't
Yes.
cheat him when you play first.
Yeah.
So then you don't play the third energy.
you're forced to play the third energy. That's the problem. It's anti-synergic with the matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, do you have any specific shout-outs you want to address? It's your moment, so
Okay.
just throw the list of people you want to say thanks, or just
Shout outs to my friends from Card Maniacs. We launched this project, French project,
Mhm.
a couple months ago. We try to just promote Dragon Ball and make a talk show, a French talk show every Monday, which speak about the meta, speak about everything that Bandai does in France and the organized play. And then we just module with format and actual decks and lots of tips. So if you're French and you want to see us, there are links in the description.
yeah,
And
definitely.
that's
We
it.
w-
Thank
we
you for the invitation.
Yeah, you're welcome. Again, like Hugo said, the links to their own project, Cards Maniacs, will be in the description. So if you know or don't know French, just visit it to see in short, at least visual views, what they're up to.
Feel their enthusiasm.
Feel the
Feel their
enthusiasm.
words while they're speaking. And for God's sakes, learn French so you can understand the people. They obviously know what they're doing. They're topping events, so it's okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
For sure. So that will be it for today. Once again, thanks for joining. And people, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what else you want to see from us so that we can provide further content with your input. And people, just keep a lookout.
Is that it?